Welcome to the project demonstration of ICU patient health monitoring system along with ambience parameters data log into the thingspeak IoT cloud platform. So here we are interface a different kind of health parameter sensors along with ambient parameters, like using BMB 180 is to get the pressure, temperature and pressure and altitude. So these three parameters will be received from this sensor, and max 30100 will get heartbeat and pulse oximeter, this SpO2. So these two parameters will be received from this sensor as a patient health monitoring, as well as Mlx90614. It will get the temperature of the patient, so non-contact based thermometer. And next is ECG. So from this ECG, based on the PQRST signals and timing gap between these 5 points, PQRST 5 points, the microcontroller will decide the disease, and it will estimate the person disease and will display it on the LCD. So we are using 16:2 LCD. So coming to the interfacing pins, directly, like LCD is a 8-bit mode, but in this project we are going to use in 4-bit mode and interface at the directly D0, D1 and D5, D6 and D7, D8 to the LCD. And directly we are using two these health parameter sensors are I2C protocol based. So directly these two are interfaced to the SD and SCL pins. So as though these are single wire communication based modules, so we can interface directly parallelly to this. So that's why we are going to interfacing parallelly to the Node MCU. We are using Node MCU and MEMS sensor to detect the fall detection, and here the ECG and pulse oximeter, this max 30100 interface at Atmega 328 microcontroller, and from here we are sending the data in serial communication to the Node MCU, and Node MCU will check the details, and the disease will was already identified by this Atmega 328P microcontroller with a database. So we maintained some data sets with these inputs of PQRST signals along with the heart rate and SpO2. These data will be decoded, and based on the instructions inside the microcontroller, it will send the disease name to the Node MCU, and the data will be displayed on the screen. Along with, we will get the audible buzzer alerts. And here this is the breadboard. So we are going to distributing the 5 volts power supply to the different modules, like different sensors. So we are using that for distributing the 5 volts power supply. And ADE8232 is a ECG module interface at Atmega 328P microcontroller motherboard. So like we are going to provide the 5 volts power supply. So from this adapter. So before switching on this kit, we need to do some installation steps in our phone. So like we need to enable the hotspot in phone with the name of project 4395, all are small letter, no space, and password 129, and then switch on the data, hotspots and kit. Okay, so then it will send the data to the thingspeak by using the mobile phone network. So after switching on this kit, just give the power supply. So after giving the power supply, so you can notice the ESP module is connected to your phone directly. So now just place the finger on the SpO2 sensor, so that slightly the data will be increased. So we will get the heart rate as well as SpO2 data. So when the heart rate is above 100, so it will give the alerts. In order to identify the diseases based on the ECG, just we need to connect this to our body. So as we are mentioned, this is LA, nothing but left arm, right arm, RL. So right lower leg, nothing but. So these are the points we need to connect. So if you place a finger on this, directly we will get the proper details. And also, like coming to the temperature, just place any heat object in front of this IR based thermometer. So there the temperature will be displayed and data will be alerted through the buzzer. And coming to the fall detection, we are using a MEMS sensor for the fall detection. Just whenever the fall is happening, so whenever the person fall down, then it will detect it and it will give the visual and audible alerts. Right, alert falling, it will be displayed. And coming to the data to the cloud, just log into the thingspeak with the given credentials, and then you can see the data is live data is storing. So like heart rate, this one is first one, and SpO2, and the temperature, and pressure, and next altitude and temperature of atmosphere. This one is body temperature. Okay, so these are the parameters will be stored. And if you want to clear and you want to get the new data, before clearing that, go to data import and export, download this data, and once data is downloaded, so you can see the data in an Excel sheet format. So like date and field 1, 2, 3 entry as number of entries has happened. Okay, so these are the parameters continuously stored. So then you can go to the channel settings and we can clear the old data. So before that we can check the live data is coming. Right, so this is the recent data is appeared here. So now the time is 9:06. So we can see that recent data is loaded to the thingspeak directly. And now go to channel settings and do only clear channel, don't do the delete channel or any other things. Once data will be cleared, it will give the confirmation, and then go to private view. So there we will get the live data is. Then for that we need to place the heartbeat sensor. Then we should validate the heart rate values. So that as we know that thingspeak will accept the data for every 15 seconds. So now I am placing my finger. Right. Slowly the data will be read. Right, so we got the live data directly. So it will be continuously streaming for every 15 seconds based on the validation of heart rate. So whenever the heart rate is valid, then only Node MCU will send the data to the cloud. And as we discussed, it can be downloaded and we can clear the data. So again the data was loaded to the thingspeak. Okay, thank you.